What's up guys, this is Harshad and in this video I'm going to walk you through the basics of Flutter. So this video is for basic Flutter programmers who want to start making apps with Flutter. So I'll be covering most of the widgets which you'll be needing when you're creating an app. If I miss something, make sure to leave that in the comment so that I'll make another video of it. So with that said, let's get started. The first thing is I'm going to create a new Flutter app. So in order to do that, I'm just going to type Flutter, create, and the name of the app. So the app which we are doing is going to be a catalog of what you have done in your life. For example, your name. If you have some social media links, for example Twitter, your Twitter link will be there, and a website if you have, and your picture. So we are going to create this. By the end of this video you will be learning all the basic widgets. So I'm just going to name this app you. So because this project is about you, so I'm going to name it you. You can see that this is not a time-lapsed video. This is the normal speed where all the files will be created for you. And when you see all done, it has created all the files and it is going to run Flutter pubget, which is going to get all the dependencies, and it is going to connect the Flutter package which we installed in order to run Flutter and our project. If you did not install Flutter, make sure to check the video. That video's link will be in the description, or you can a card will be here. Okay, now it says in order to run your application, you need to go to inside the folder and type Flutter run. But before we can run, we need to make some changes to the app. So I'm going to open Visual Studio Code and Simulator, and I'm going to open the folder. So I'm using the shortcut key command OK, which is going to allow us to open a new folder. So I'm going to select U. You can see that these files and folders have been created, and most of the time we'll be working on lib and pubspec.yaml. So this is the place where you add packages, and the main under the lib folder you will have your app. So before I begin any app, I like to first initialize git in it. So I'm just going to initialize git by typing git init, which is going to initialize the empty git repository. If you don't know how to use git, I just uploaded a video on the basics of git, so make sure to check that out, and that will be also in the description, and a card will appear here where you can watch it. And I'll just add all the files, git commit. Okay, now I also add a particular package called Font Awesome Flutter, which is going to give us a list of icons, also including the Cupertino icons, which has been pre-installed for us. So pub.dev/packages/font_awesome_flutter is the package which we are looking for, and the current version of this package is 9.0.0. So normally there is not going to be much changes when you are using this. So the next version might be like adding more icons and nothing else will change majorly. So I'm just going to add it over here, and if you just want to know what are all the icons which are there, you can check it out over here. So fontawesome.com/icons. So here you can see all the icons which has been listed over here, and all of the links which I'm using in this video will be in the description. So I'm just going to add Font Awesome Flutter. As I import this in all the packages, all my apps, I did not check this. So if you just go to the installing tab, and you can actually copy this and paste it. So this version is not actually required. So if you leave it blank, it is just going to take the latest version. So now when I save, you can see Flutter pubget is going to run, so that it will connect to pub.dev and get our package. Okay, over here I'm going to delete the stateless widget my app and everything after that. Now you can see this error over here. So this is the stateless widget. So we need to create the stateless widget. So STL is a shortcut for creating an stateless widget, and I'm just going to name this my app so that this error will go away. So normally people will have material app here and then scaffold, but I'm just going to have material app over here. Command dot is going to allow us to wrap it with any widget. So I'm just going to add a simple widget, and this I'm going to change it to material app. And it doesn't take a property called child, but it takes a property called home. Now I'm just going to add commas over here so that our app will look more formatted. Now I'm just going to change its scaffold, and I'm just going to run this. So either you can click this button or you can come here and type flutter run as it said. But if you do this, or if you use this one, it is going to automatically hard restart whenever we save our file. So I'm just going to start debugging. Okay, now you can see the app is running, and there's nothing over here except this banner. This is what we call, this is a debug banner. So if you want to remove this banner, you just have to type debug show checked mode banner and set it to false. Okay, so the reason why we do not see anything over here is because that the scaffold tab over here is empty. Okay, although I have set this as false, it did not update over here because the stateless widget can be updated when we do hot restart, but these things need to be hot restarted instead of hot reload. So when we give hot restart, you can see that the banner has disappeared. In this, I'm going to create a app bar, and this takes a title property which is going to take a text widget, and this is going to be welcome. Okay, now the default color which is over here is set to blue, and we are just going to set the elevation to 0 so that it becomes same with the body. And over here I'm going to change the background color of our scaffold or the base of our app to teal. So I'll just change the color to teal. Okay, now you can see that when we set the background color to teal, the app bar, including the app bar, all the things have become teal. So I'll just add maybe 1 so that we'll get this slight line over here. Okay, now we have finished the app bar and we need to go to the body. So as it says, body is going to be the function which we are going to use, and it is going to take a column as our body. So this is a single child function, so it can take only one child, and this is a multi-child function, so multi-child widget, so it can take many children. And over here I'm just going to add a new circle avatar. So this circle avatar is a placeholder for a image which is but the radius is being set to full circle so that it will become a circle. So this is going to have an background image property, and this is going to take our asset image over here. Okay, now when we save this, we will get an error. So instead of getting an error, I'm just going to stop our app and come over here. So we need to add an image. So an asset image is something which we are having locally. So it is going to come from a folder called images, which is not here, but we are going to create it. So what you need to do is locate where your app is there. So it is, mine is under desktop under a folder called work. So I'm going to create a new folder called images, and I'm going to import a new image. So I have my logo over here, so I'm just going to import that over here. Make sure that the name you are giving will be easy to access inside our app. So we don't want to check every time we add an app. So over here I'm just going to change it to logo.png, and when we run this we will get an error, or we cannot use the image over here because we have not added it to pubspec.yaml. So in order to add it, we are going to uncomment this line over here which shows asset. So in order to uncomment, it is command and /. We are going to remove all this and having the images folder. So this allows us to add as many number of pictures we want, and instead of adding all the pictures one by one, we are just importing the folder. So we are telling Flutter that these are the assets and an image folder over here. So all the files under that folder can be used in my app. Now I'm going to import this like this. So it is, the path is images/logo.png. So if you don't know the logo, if you don't know the path, just right click that and copy the relative path. So when we paste this, you can see logo.png. Okay, now I'm going to run our app again. Okay, now you can see our image has appeared here. It is quite small, so we can change the size of our image by setting the radius, and I'm just going to increase the radius to 50 so that it is quite large and we can easily see it through our screen. And normally when people have this, it is normally centered and all the things that have been created is going to come under. So in order to center that, we are just going to change the cross axis alignment of our column over here to center.